It's really sad how silly yet very real our problems in modern society really are. And one of these is that God's chosen are an absolute threat to the 9 to 5 jobs and the matrix. Now, what do I mean by this exactly, and how do I come to that conclusion? Well, it's because if you're a godly person, and in the Bible it says that God's people are a peculiar people, right? It means that you see through the BS. And oftentimes, I've seen some crazy stuff in the corporate world and just in the workplace in general. I've seen somebody that was a very competent leader. He was somebody that people did look up to and respected in the company. He had 20 years of experience as a executive director or an executive leader. And yet one day at this company that I was working with, one Friday afternoon, they decided to fire him. Yeah, absolute shock to everybody. We come to work on Monday and we're just told that, oh, by the way, he's not here anymore. It's like, wait, did he die or something? No, he's just not here anymore. It's very strange. Well, why? Well, in retrospect, if I look back on the situation, they told us that it was because they were short of money and they needed to cut somebody because we didn't have enough clients to continue the operation and the operation with as many people as we had. And I don't think that's really the case in retrospect. I think it's because he was a competent person. He was a competent man. He was a leader that people really wanted to go to when times were hard. He was able to guide people in a way that was maybe a bit unorthodox, but he had the proclivity to give people inspiration. And this was something that was completely different than motivation, right? Because I don't believe in motivation. I believe in inspiration. Motivation is fleeting. You can feel motivated to do something. A lot of people have told me in my videos that I'm motivating, and it's like, well, I hope I'm inspiring, because motivation means that it doesn't necessarily mean that you will follow through, but to be inspired means to be in spirit, and to be in spirit means to actually be doing the things that you're meant to be doing as a spirit, and that means taking action sometimes. But look, guys, the 9 to 5 job, the matrix, whatever, like all of this stuff in our society, what they want you to be is too exhausted to actually create your dreams and manifest your dreams into a reality. And if you're somebody that's actually well put together, it's almost like you have a target on your back in the corporate world or in any kind of company, really. But I've pretty much worked in corporate jobs, and I've had God ask me recently in my prayers, like, are you sure you want to go back to the corporate world? Are you sure you want to be in the corporate world? Well, no, I don't. But at this point, I'm planning. I got to be real with y'all. I might just be planning to get out of Dodge here, because World War III, America, like whatever's going on in America, it doesn't look like it's going in a good direction at all. And no matter who's in office when November comes around and the election happens, no matter who's in office after that, I doubt that it's going to get better. I really doubt it. And it's not to say that things can't improve. It's just that we don't even know who our leaders are in America right now. So how can we possibly trust that whoever's going to be in the presidency is going to have the influence possible to make stuff happen, when the current president is obvious, like he doesn't actually participate. So all this goes to say is that I'm planning to get out of debt as fast as I can, because the only thing that I have left now for debt is student loans. And this is one of the other lies, the biggest lies in our society. We're told when we're 18 or even younger than that, oh, go to college. You're going to be able to get a good job. You're going to be able to get a this. You're going to be able to get a that. And then maybe maybe in 20 to 30 years after you get that good job that we're going to promise you, as long as you sell us your soul, we're going to promise you it, then maybe you'll be free. Maybe you'll have retirement. Maybe you'll be able to rest a little bit. What a crock of crap. What a crock of crap. And so many people are now waking up, and a lot of these people are just God's people waiting to be awakened. And people are awakening to it. They're realizing that it's not worth the car loan to get that car. Because, like, if you're going into, if you're getting a loan for a car that is excessive, like over 10,000, I think is excessive. Genuinely, I believe that. If you're not able to pay for a car that's less than $10,000, I don't think you should get that car. That's just me. That's just my I'm not a financial guru or anything like that, but I'm not a financial advisor. That's just my opinion. And so I see a lot of people that are, their car payments are as much as their mortgage. And I think to myself, why? Why? I still drive a 2006 Honda Accord. Like, it's a very normal car. And I don't care if people know that, because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Honda Accords out there. So, and it's paid off. I don't pay anything on my car anymore. The only kind of debt that I need to pay at any point in time right now is my student loans. Other than that, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. And that's, even I don't find myself satisfied in that position. It's one of the reasons why I continue to work every single day, because I don't like being in the position where it still feels like a part of my soul is with this beast of society. It's almost like even social media is a beast and part of this beast, because social media is demonic most of the time. And the only way to fight social media is to actually be involved in it and to actually spread a message of truth. That's the way that I've seen it. And that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. I didn't want to start this YouTube channel a year and a half, 2 years ago when I first started it. I didn't want to, but God was leading me to it. And so I felt called to do so. And I'm glad that I did, but at the time it felt really silly. And so my recommendation for everybody would be to get out of debt as fast as you can, and to minimize your payments on anything that you can, because World War III is not going to be fought with weapons. It's going to be fought with resources, okay? World War III is going to be about psychological and spiritual warfare. I genuinely think we're already in it. We're just beginning to realize it. And a lot of the people that are awake know that people are either falling more deeply into the lies and the deception of the enemy, which is Satan, or they're awakening and they're coming closer to God and they're coming closer to the truth. And really that's what this is all about, is spirit and truth and the connection to the Most High God. And so the reason that 9-to-5s are so terrible for your soul is because they give you just enough to be able to feel like you can participate in this cultural zoo, because that's what I look around, and a lot of people are, they're basically animals. Some of these people are the Walking Dead zombies. Some of these people are energy vampires. Some of these people are just NPCs altogether. And no matter what, you just see that, my goodness, an orangutan has more self-awareness than some of these people out here. And it's just wild to perceive, really. And the influx that is going on in our society, to where we can see the flow and the change of things happening, so novel. Like, there's such a novel quality to how fast the information is being perpetuated in our society. And the amount of people that are taking action is minimized. You need to take action, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I can only show you the door. I can only show you how to get somewhere. I can't force you to go there. And I cannot show you how to uh, how to be a better version of yourself in a way that you're not capable of actually taking steps to make that change. I can't force you to change. You can do what you want, of course. You can do however, like whatever you want to do. And this is one of the reasons why I have a side business and I've got another business I'm starting up. And the reason that I have these businesses is because I recognize that I do not want to be in the corporate world forever. I do not want to be in a job forever. But I recognize that having a job is going to be my fuel to provide a steady income and a steady source of energy, let's say, to these other projects that I've got going on. And even in times like this where I'm still getting over, I don't know what sickness this is. I don't have a fever. I don't have a cold or anything like that as far as I can tell, but I don't know if it's a sinus infection or what, but the only kind of relief that I can get, it seems, is when I take a hot, steamy shower. But even then, when I want to just lay down on the floor here, looking at the ceiling and just barely able to open my eyes because my eyes are so puffed up, I recognize that I still have stuff to do. And this is one of the most uncertain qualities about having a personal business. You can't really have a sick day because you still got stuff to do. And anybody that's done consultations with me understands that I don't stop for nothing. I don't stop because even though God rests on the seventh day in the Bible, where does it say that we have to rest? Okay. Yes, there's the Sabbath day, but even God himself, Jesus says that the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath. Well, to me, if God hasn't told me to rest on the Sabbath day, then I don't need to rest. Now, I'm not saying that you should never take a rest of any kind. I'm just saying that you got to still do what you need to do. Guess what? I still worked out today. Did I go as hard as I needed to? No. Absolutely not. I could barely breathe. But I did what I could. I was outside, right? I was outside. I was able to do what I needed to do outside. Go on a little walk. Go on a little run. Just enough to do some push-ups, do some pull-ups. It's not a lot, but it's more. I can do what I can do, right? So I just don't believe that we are needing to always, like, everybody wants to rest. Everybody wants to chill. Nobody wants to take some motherfucking action anymore. And it's getting to the point now to where, again, World War III is going to be fought with resources and your mind. If you don't have your mind sharp, if you cannot be able to withstand suffering and sorrow, it's going to be really challenging for you to live with what's coming. Because it's not going to be about the weapons. It's not going to be exactly what you think it is, I don't think. It's going to be about psychological warfare. And so can you keep a steady, strong mind, a stoic mindset in these times where, even like myself, I'm not operating at 100%. Nowhere near close. Maybe like 60% right now. Maybe like 60. And even then, I feel as though I'm doing more than some people do in a whole week because I'm still doing stuff. I'm still going. I just don't really like to rest. I really don't, because I understand that there's only a finite amount of time that we're going to have on this planet. And even though, yes, I am a biological organism that needs to rest, I know that the enemy never rests. We're in it, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. The writing's on the wall. Nobody knows who our leaders are in America. And it's clear that there's not going to be enough willingness to change anything to do anything about it. So, yeah, I might just get my bag and get out of Dodge here and go across the seas or whatnot, because it's just not going to work here. It's just not going to work. I still think that America, I'm not saying that I'm going to do that necessarily. I'm just saying that I've been thinking about it because I'm seriously thinking about these things. I'm seriously trying to understand and strategize because I've been around enough to know that something's going up. Like something's going on in our government that is beyond our understanding in any way, shape, or form. And for all the Americans that are listening, that is, and we godly people need to be prepared, not just materially, but psychologically and spiritually. We need to be prepared. And with that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. And until next time, peace be with you.